for you being a little bit more on the outside, how has the dynamic of the group changed since, old members left?
I don't think this has anything to do with the dynamic of the group, but I think like over the time of all that stuff happening, like the group kind of in a cocoon, basically, and kind of like butterfly. I don't know how to say it, but like I feel like it gave me time to grow, and it definitely gave me time to make my spot and definitely more prominent and actually get a name for myself. Funny thing is though, like a lot of people on my TikTok, like they become like, "You're part of the Future Kingz, bro." I feel like people know me more for like rodeo. Well, I had to rebrand myself again on TikTok because
Well, that's a good thing. That's honestly a good problem to have, right? Because now you're seen as your separate entity, whereas if you're a part, yes, you're a part of the group, right? That's your family. But being a part of a group and holding that identity so close to you, it's hard for you to separate from, what's going on.
This is Sad Boy Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Sad Boy Radio. I'm your host, Matt, and today we got a special guest, special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Hey, my name's Rodeo. I'm a member of the Future Kingz, musician, influencer. I do it all. I do it all, for real.
Nah, he does it all, for real. And we're going to definitely talk about a lot of that. Man, there's just so much that you shot me that I was like, fuck, like, how do I fit all of this in, right? But not only that, it's like, how do we go into depth with it, right? Because there's so much that goes on in people's lives that we don't necessarily see. We got to be able to let the audience know, right?
Bro.
Make sure you guys go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. First member of the Future Kingz to be on, so let's go ahead and get it. All right, bro, so you do a lot. And, TikTok, music, clothing, dancing.
Yeah.
The funny thing is I was listening to Drake today.
You listening to Drake today?
Some sad boys, bro. Sad boys for real all the time. And Drake, in Over, he says, I know way too many people here right now that I didn't know last year. Who the fuck are y'all, right? And that shit happens a lot as a creative. You're always running into people that, you don't fucking know. You didn't know a month ago, right? And the way that you're treated based on these relationships really depends on who you are and what you do, not really the person. And that's a conversation I've been having a lot with a lot of people. So for you, how have these creative outlets impacted your life, both positively and negatively?
Creative outlets, like you mean like me doing music or like?
Everything, bro. I mean, like I said, you do it all. TikTok, dance. When we first talked, you said that TikTok has really changed your life.
Yeah, I would say that, bro. I say these creative outlets changed my life because music I've always loved doing. Like my dad was a musician, so I always liked music from doing that. But music always makes me feel like good. One thing I don't like about, I always have pros and cons of everything. Like low-key, I could be like a positive and a negative person. I'm very non-biased towards things. Music I love doing, but the community that surrounds it sometimes is just like, it's so subjective, you know what I mean? Like 1,000 people can like my music and 1,000 people cannot like music, or like 10,000 people can mess with it. Like it's very like polarizing, especially, I think being like an Asian rapper in a culture that's not really built on Asians is definitely a lot harder. So one thing that is like a creative outlet that really has just been all positive for me has been like social media and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just being able to be myself, and people really just like what I have to say and stuff. So yeah, I think it's fun.
For you, how do you feel like it's impacted you personally?
I think it's impacted me personally because, before, bro, I used to be surrounded by people who really only cared about how many followers I had, or like how much like clout I had, and I feel like none of that matters. I feel like as long as you're able to do good business and you put out good content, like you're gonna be set, you're gonna be successful. So the social media helped me because I was able to get the clout, but in a business format, just show people like this is not like clout. This is like me just being able to market myself and being able to just put myself out there. Mm-hmm. I think it's affected me positively, and I definitely think it's definitely put me on the right path to where I want to be.
And it definitely sounds like you have the right mindset on like where you want to be, right? Because you mentioned that right off the bat, that people only really give a fuck about the clout you had. Yeah. And it's hard to see that from a young age. So I'm surprised that like you're noticing it right away, right?
Yeah.
Because when I was, 18, 19, I was like, fuck, I want this and that, right? I want people to know who the fuck I am. And now that I'm slowly obtaining that, it's like yeah, I can have the world know who the fuck I am, but who really gives a fuck about what's being said? Who gives a fuck about the content that's being created?
Exactly, yeah.
They're only watching you because of the name you're creating rather than what you're doing, right?
Yeah, I feel like the industry is so saturated. Like back then, there's only like a couple people. Maybe like people would only know like 5 musicians. Now you could go days naming musicians. You know what I mean? I think the industry is so saturated that it's less of what content you put out, but it's more of the person. Like Jack Harlow's just like people like he's funny. Like I've been following Jack Harlow for a while. He's been putting out way better music. Before, Jack Harlow's one of my favorite artists, but he put out way better music before, in my opinion.
Are you talking about because First Class wasn't all that?
No. I think First Class is hard. I like First Class.
Nah, I don't
You
think
didn't
it was.
like
I didn't think it was all that. You know, my favorite song by Jack Harlow, "Way Out," and it's
Way
not.
Out?
It's not. It's not because of Jack
the
Harlow.
feature, with
Yeah,
the
it's because of Big Sean.
Dude, that's your favorite song, bro?
Big Sean went hard on that shit, bro. Big Sean said, "Oh, my ex treat me like I ain't there. What happened to the feelings and love that we still share?"
Bro, you remember that lyric hit for you, bro. You still remember it?
I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on.
I think the thing with Jack Harlow is that people really only started messing him for like his personality. I think it all stemmed from like 2017 rap, like with Cardi B. Like people really only mess with her because her personality, bro. Like so fun, like so energetic, bro. It's not the music that's really different. It's like, damn, it's Cardi B. Not that it's a good song, but like people are really. I feel like social media has definitely created a generation of hype beasts.
I think that when you go back and look at the music, I always say that music creates memories. That's the thing, right? Because when I go back and listen to Cardi B's music, I think of, the nostalgia that I have from when I was that age, 18, 19, when those songs were coming out, right? Life was easy then. You didn't have to deal with all the bills, the adulting responsibilities, right? And it takes me back and it feels good. So that's the thing about Cardi B's music is it's meant to make you feel good. It doesn't matter what the fuck she's saying because she's not saying anything like crazy, right? But she's making sure that the people feel good and the vibes are right. So that's the thing about Cardi B, right? But I found the lyric, all right? It says, "My ex treat me like I ain't there. What happened to the feelings and love that we still share? Just like the girls who got my name tatted and covered up. I know deep down under the surface it's still there."
Dang.
So
That's raw.
That's why I picked that bar, and that's why that's my favorite song because, bro, I had just did an episode called Did It Even Matter? I was very much in that headspace where I just felt, damn, did that shit even matter? Like, do they even care? So I saw that bar, and I was like, fuck, yeah, that shit hit. I should have pulled that, right?
Yeah.
But let's get back to it, right? The reason I ask you that question about the creative outlets, right? It's because, there's so much that goes into it. A lot of people look at the positive, right? They always focus on, oh, what has it done for me positively? But we don't notice the negative that goes into it.
The negative that goes with creating?
Becoming a major persona within creative.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because just like we said, people don't focus on you. They focus on what the fuck you're doing. You mentioned fake friends, and that was like a heavy thing that you had emphasized when we were talking.
Yeah.
In entertainment, there's so much of that.
Yeah.
Drake, I got fake people showing fake love to me. G-Eazy in a song called "Wanna Be Myself," he says, "They'll never understand what it's like to be an artist. Make some shit I don't feel. Yes, men tell me it's the hardest." I feel like when you're surrounded by people that really don't understand what's going on, right? People that just want the money, they just want to be around you. They're never gonna tell you the truth about what's going on, and I think that's really the epitome of fake friends, but also fake relationships where there's nothing there that holds to it.
Yeah.
So for you, what's an experience that you've had that's like this, and how has it changed your view on people?
Dang. An experience that I had where people like just wanna like use me or like
Just those relationships where it's a lot of fake love.
I mean, bro, I've went through a lot of that, bro. Like there's almost like a lot of people I work with, like you'll see me cool on social media. Well, like no, like everyone in my group TFK, like that's all real love, bro. Like that's my second family, like for sure that's all real love. But like some other people I work with on the side, bro, like they're really only like keep secrets from me, or like I'll work with them, do a song with them, and it's just like with them do the song with them, and then they take all the credit for like my work, and like they'll just use me, like milk me, like that sounds kind of sus, but like milk me out of all the clout that I use, all the marketing that I put behind that, all of my intelligence, and then they'll take the credit from the hard work I've done. I don't want to say names, but like there's songs I release where it's just like, man, they don't talk to me after the song. It's all cool. Like it's like as if like I knew this interview was gonna like go crazy and like you were able to monetize it. I'd be like calling you every day, bro, like give you ideas. Then after the interview drops, I'm gone. I'm waiting for the check to come in. So it's like, dude, there's things like that, but man, I get it, bro. Like people, you gonna get your money no matter what. And I fell for it. It's my fault. The best advice I ever taught myself was to be accountable for every action I make. Yeah. Every action that happens to me, I'm accountable for.
I think that's one of the hardest lessons that you have to learn when being in this industry, right? Is that you're only worth what you're doing for somebody lately, right? In this industry, that's a lot of the shit that you're gonna learn, that you have to continuously look out for yourself in a sense. Because nobody else is going to look out for you the way that you're looking out for you. You know, even when you're on a team, right? You still got to make sure, like, I contribute to the team, but at the end of the day, like, I got to make sure that this shit gets put out, right? Because you're the only person that's going to really focus on what Rodeo has going on, right? You're the only person that's going to put out the music for Rodeo, put out the marketing for Rodeo. And I think that's one of the most important lessons you have to learn is that, yes, people can offer their help, but don't take everybody's word to the grave. Oh, man, yeah. You got to take it with a grain of salt because you hold on to shit and...
Is that like, yeah, that's a big thing, bro. Like, man, like when I started making... I didn't mean to cut you off, bro, but when I used to drop music, bro, there'd be people telling me like, oh my God, hard, like this is hard, bro. Like I want to like invest in this or stuff like that. And I'd never be able to drop the song, like, you know what I mean? So it's just like a lot of false... there's a lot of false promises, but then again... I've been blessed with a lot of like great promises, so I don't really it doesn't really affect me, but I definitely feel.
You know, it's not really that the fake promises affect you. It's that the fake promises, it's like, don't come to me and tell me some shit when you're not gonna follow through on it. Like that shit pisses me off, bro. Me mad, bro. Especially because my time is my time, bro. I'm like, I'm not coming to you to tell you put me on with this, put me on with that. Like, I stay out of your way. I don't do anything. And then you want to come to me and tell me, I got this opportunity for you. Yeah. And I never fucking do anything with it. Like, that shit makes no sense to me.
Yeah, bro. I'm something that, like, I'm very avid about is, like, because of that, like, I'm a doer. I just do things. Like, I don't tell people. Mm-hmm. Like, even with, like, just, like, I manage my friend Diego's account. Like, that's, like, my brother. Like, how was I saying? He came up to me one day. He was like, bro, I want to grow my TikTok. So then I just did it for him. Like, we barely even talked about it. I just, bro, film this right now. I'm going to post it. Use these hashtags, bro. And it's only been a month. He's halfway to 10K. But, bro, I didn't even, on TikTok or Instagram, it took me at least 4 years to even get to, like, 1K.
Mm-hmm. It's those things that you learn along the way that, and that's what we were talking about earlier, that people gatekeep, right? It's those things that you learn along the way that sometimes you don't really want to give out, right? It's hard because you had to put in that work to figure that shit out, right? Because you said for 3-4 years, I was over here on the grind trying to figure that shit out. And then when somebody just gets it within a month or two, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, bro. I also provided all my friends, no matter, I don't care how much time they have, I don't care what they do, I don't care what they look like, bro. I'll always provide that, bro, because I remember there was times where, like, I wanted to grow my page and, like, there was stuff that was going viral with my friends, but, like, they didn't let me in it for no reason. Like I wasn't being included. So that's why I make all my content. Like anybody will be able to be included in it. Like I'll take some people come to me in school. They're like, "Hey, bro, let's film this." I'll be like, "I don't care, bro. Let's film it. I don't care how much clout you. Like it's like we get, as long as you're funny and you look good on the camera. Like you're not like awkward. Like it's like we'll film. We can work. You know what I mean?
So what's one of those experiences that you say that people didn't let you in on it?
I had 2 friends that were, like, going viral and stuff. And, like, I wanted to grow my page, and everyone was telling me, bro, you need to grow your page. Nobody helped me grow my page, though. So, like, I guess I need to put my own work in, too. So I need to learn that, too. It was a good experience for me. But, like, at the same time, like, with my friend Diego, I figured it's a lot more helpful to, like, cheer something on and help it rather than let that person fend from themselves. Because it's, like, that takes a long time. You just put them down, you kind of uninspire them. I heard like I'm in high school, like I take a class, like I'm in like a AP psychology class, and like it kind of, like I took that class not because I want to be like a psychologist or anything, but because I wanted to learn more about
Hey, bro, what's wrong with psychology? I majored in psychology.
You majored in psychology?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I like psychology, and they told me they were like, if you like tell somebody a bunch of negative things, like they're most likely not being able to achieve their goals. But if you like tell them a bunch of positive things and like cheer them on and stuff like that and like actually help them, like it was like about like parenting, like parents who like don't say anything to the bad things they do but only reward the good things, rather than parents who punish the bad things and say nothing about the good things. The parents who only cheered on the good things and didn't say anything to the bad things ended up producing a much more successful children. I think that's the same thing with like friends and businesses. As long as you only talk about the positive, like even my friend messes up, I kind of just like ignore it, and then I'll be like, okay, bro, focus on everything you did good, because it'll eventually grow onto that.
And I get that, bro. I honestly understand that, because for me, when I was growing up, that's how my dad was, low key. That he would always, if I got like a B, I got like all A's and 1 B on my report card, right? He would be like, why didn't you get an A? Why didn't you get straight A's? I'm like, bro, like I'm out here doing what most people can't really do, right? And they always focused on, oh, do better, do better, do better. And I was just talking to somebody yesterday how I feel like that's really impacted me to the point where I'm never satisfied with what I do, right? Say this shit hit 1 million, I still would be like, man, let's get 2 million.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, because that means that I'm always staying ambitious, but it also leaves that hole of I'm never satisfied with or happy with what I actually accomplish. I can never take in the fact that, I'll give you an example, right? We just hit 600 followers on the Instagram. We gained 100 followers in like less than a month. It took me a year to get to 400 followers. So shit like that, right? It's the little wins that I'm not able to appreciate as much because of shit like that. And it reminds me of, have you watched Mr. Peabody and Sherman?
Yeah, I have watched that movie.
And the
that was
movie,
a long time ago. That's an old movie.
Hey, man, I reference whatever on here. In the movie, the dog, Mr. Peabody, he tells the kid, like, he's like, you can't do that. You're going to fail. And the kid's like, I am? And then he actually fucking fails. You know, it's all about encouraging people to actually do good and fucking that they can be successful.
Exactly. I feel like that's a lot more helpful than just telling somebody like, nah, like, all right, bro, like kind of gatekeeping stuff.
So for you, since your dad's so successful, how has that rubbed off on you?
Well, my dad gives me a lot of good advice. Like, I'm stubborn sometimes, so I don't really listen to him, but like he ends up giving me a lot of good advice. But he brought me into TFK, you know, and TFK is like partly my life, but you know, I got to figure out who I am as a person too. I love, like, this is my second family, but still my own even my real family is not my whole identity. I'm still my own person. So I would say TFK is my whole life, but like, you know, most of my life is me. So
what's one of those lessons that your dad has taught you that you say that you're too stubborn to listen to? By the way, his dad's Jargon, just so you guys know. So we're not just over here saying your dad.
Yeah. Jargon, the rapper, manager of Future Kingz. Yeah, that's my dad. But most people think he's my brother, though. But yeah, he's my dad. But I think a big piece of advice, like from a young age, was the self-fulfilling prophecy. Like damn, like that low-key give me chills saying that. Like, it's kind of like the self-fulfilling prophecy is basically like if you say something's gonna go bad, it's gonna go bad. Like, you self-fulfill your own destiny. So like, if I walked in this interview, I was like, damn, bro, like dude, I'm gonna fail this interview. I'm so nervous, bro. Like, I'm gonna fail it. But like,
damn, you're nervous?
Huh?
You're nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. I'm saying like for like performances before, like, you know, well, like the example he gave me back in the day was like, if I go to school and I say I'm not gonna make any friends, if I go to school, I'm like, damn, I'm not gonna make any friends. I hate school. Like, I'm not gonna do good in school, and I'm not gonna make any friends. But if I go to school, I'm like, damn, like, I don't even care about these people, bro. I'm gonna do good. That's how I walk into school all the time, bro. A lot of people don't even like me, but like, I mess with everyone at my high school, bro. That's so funny.
For real?
Yeah, but everyone's an NPC. You'd be surprised how less people actually care about you than they actually do, or like care about what you're doing, bro. Like, bro, like some of my classes, like I'll just like walking screaming, bro. Like, I'll be like I still get good grades. Like, I have all A's right now, but I'll walk in screaming, and I'll be like, and I just annoy everybody.
You're ignorant?
Well, I'm not
ignorant. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not ignorant, but like, bro, in my high school, bro, I'll yell at people, bro. Like, I'm not like a bully, but like, I feel like But I don't really care.
He's
about
trying to make sure you don't sound like an asshole right now.
Bro, no, but I don't care. Like, I don't care about high school. Like, people think a lot of people's lives are all in high school, and it's just like, for me, it's not like that. Like, my life is, when people ask me about my day, I tend to talk about everything but high school.
I mean, that's really because you're so successful at other aspects of your life at such a young age, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have anything other than school and what's going on at school. And that's how people peak in high school, right? Because they live in the old days. They hold on to the glory days where they were the most popular person, where they were the most important thing in the world. They thought they were the main character, right? They had main character energy. And in reality, those are the people that end up being the side characters and really don't do shit.
Yeah.
In your bio, you have, if you knew everything I do, you treat me different. What the fuck does that mean?
Okay. So before I had the person to know, because like I know a lot of people and like I do a lot of like good stuff, but you know everything I do, you treat me different. People see people see my TikTok, they're like, oh, okay, he's cool. But like people see my Instagram, like they see like my follower count, it's not bad. I was like 5,000 followers. They're not gonna like, they're just gonna see me for that. A lot of people just see me for the 5K. They don't see me for everything I do. If they knew everything I do, like I'm a straight businessman. Like I can run ads, I can market anything I want. I could run, except for my Instagram, but I can market anything I want. I can market anything I want, any brand. I sold out my brand like within the first week. I mean, and it was my first job. I never ran a clothing brand. It was my dream. But you know, I grew my Instagram pages. I'm growing all my friends' Instagram pages too. Like I'm running it up with all my friends, trying to get as many promos. I think a play for the team is better than just a play for myself. Mainly because like I mean, of course there's people who shared the bread with me, but like I want to just make sure I'm never stingy with it. Mm-hmm. But I think if you knew everything I do, you treat me different. Like I feel like if I had 100,000 followers, I have a lot of more people trying to be cool with me than how I do now. Yeah. Which I think is kind of crazy. So I feel like the stuff that I do, like people would treat me with more respect if they knew everything.
How you feel about that though? Really, the fact that people would treat you differently if it were the other way around.
You know, sometimes I feel away. I used to feel away, but like now I don't really care how people feel. I just put that because like people read it, but like I'm not responsible for nobody's feelings. Like you could, I say something and people could feel any type of way. I was posting like Asian man contact. People were trying to cancel me for making fun of my own race. But like I'm not accountable for their feelings. You know, I'm gonna be a human being and do what I gotta do. Of course, like being respectful with it. But
he said respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully. But like, I'm gonna get back on track with it. I think with like the part that affects me about like people treating you because you're like follower account, I feel like it's just like it kind of shows how like disconnected everyone is. But I don't want to be like Jaden Smith. You saw the Jaden Smith interview? No. Like, can we please talk about economic? And I don't want to be like that. Like
he don't want to end up a meme.
Yeah, bro. Like bro. No matter what, followers are gonna matter, bro. Like everyone wants to be like a digital Jesus, bro. Like I was gonna put that as my bio, digital Jesus. Trying to get all the followers, but
you know, something that I talked about it in an interview that it got fucked up. That was the one we were supposed to release on Friday. Mm-hmm. Now when I go on Instagram and I see the followers, I see the likes, I really don't give a fuck. Like I really don't give a fuck. I just look at it and I take it with a grain of salt because at the end of the day, what really matters is who's connecting to that shit, right? Because people are going to follow, people are going to like your shit, and people are going to connect to it. When they like it, not everybody connects to that shit. They're just liking it to like it. And I appreciate those people because without those people, my shit wouldn't grow, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, how many of those people, had I said some shit where it's like, damn, I'm down bad right now. If I said some shit that shows I'm going through it, who's going to reach out to me and say, hey, what's up? Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And that's what's most important to me at this point in my life is that those people that are reaching out to me to say, how are you doing? Because there's so many people that are just going to say, let me get on your podcast. Bro, I was downstairs. And some dude, he told me, he's like, what do you do? I'm like, I have a podcast. And he's like, oh, can I get on? Follow my Instagram. I'll go ahead and take a look at your stuff and we can talk. Because at the end of the day, I can't just promise everybody, I got you. Thing, yeah. Because with you, well, I told you I'll shoot you a date ASAP, right?
Also, like, I've been rocking with y'all stuff for a while, so I was like, you know.
That's what I'm saying. You hit me up a while ago. It wasn't overnight. Hey, I got you right now. Yeah. And I think that doing it based on the fact I rock with people's shit rather than, oh, they got a name, let me just throw them on. Because if you got a name and I can't talk to you, it's like, what the fuck? What am I gonna? What is the point?
Yeah.
What I wanted to get into now is business, right?
Yeah.
And you talk a lot about TFK.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and talk about how you got involved with them and how that's impacted your life.
Well, Isiah, King Forever, he used to babysit me when I was a little kid. I was never, I don't think, like I wasn't, I'm not, I don't think, I think I'm talented now, but I don't think I'm talented as in, like, the fact that I'm born with these, like, these skills. Like, I don't think I'm talented. I think I'm just a hard worker. So I think, like, that's going to come back to this, but with Isiah, like, he used to babysit me and stuff, and I always watched him. I always look up to them. I tell everyone in school, hey, bro, like, I know the guys in TFK. Used to go on tours in Minnesota, bro, like, everywhere. Like, they used to just do shows after shows, bro, for, like, so little money, bro. Like, maybe get, like, $100, or like, you know what I mean? And just to watch how hard Isiah works, you know, like, it kind of inspired me one day, and Isiah always was, like, kind of an older brother to me. Like, we were really close. Then like, during middle school, kind of broke off because I didn't get to see them while I was out there doing AGT and all that stuff. But then I definitely, in high school, I definitely connected, full circled. And, you know, that's my older brother, for real. Mm-hmm. But I got involved with him through my dad, because my dad is a musician. And my dad wanted them as, like, backup dancers because my dad thought they were raw. And, you know, my dad always knew they were going to be something. He always knew, like, he always knew they were going to be something. There's always people, I think one of his lawyers actually said, like, hey, like, how are those dancers doing? Like, hold on to them. Mm-hmm. And, like, it ended up being, like, a good, like, investment, I would say, because, like, my dad manages all of them now, well, all of us. And, yeah, I definitely think it's been a wild ride. I think Isiah is, like, definitely somebody I look up to. I think he's a genius, but
yeah, because obviously I was gonna say with the publishing deal, if you know much about that, but obviously he'd be the one to ask about that shit.
What?
Yeah.
What publishing?
Or a distribution deal.
Distribution deal
with Warner. Yeah. He would know more about that.
Yeah. Hey, are you Nardwar, bro? How do you know about that, bro?
I know everything, bro.
Somebody was leaking the info.
I know everything. I know that you changed. Your distribution changed to Rodeo from Forever Records.
Oh, that?
No. That's
what you're talking about? The Rodeo to Forever Records to Rodeo.
No, that's a whole separate thing. That's a whole separate thing. But for you, why'd you do that? You changed from Forever Records to Rodeo.
It was more. It's not like me breaking apart from the group. I'm not gonna lie. I low key switched to a different distributor. I didn't. Actually, nah. I was gonna put it at Forever Records, but after my song Out of Time dropped with JP, it was just under our names, and I was like, I want to let labels know that I'm not signed to something. Like, I want them to know it's independent. Like, everyone marketing this music, of course, my team helps me, but it's all my work. So, you know, I rep TFA all the time. You know, I do anything for that team, but, like, you know, it's at the end of the day, that's my business. Like, Rodeo kills, I don't put the TFK logo on. Mm-hmm. So, you know, why would I do that to my music? Right. And I rebranded all my music. I took down a lot of songs. I used to have a lot of mid music. Yeah. So that's why I only have like 6 songs up, or 4. 6 or 4 songs up. No.
My favorite is definitely your latest, the Fi.
Fi? Yeah. Dude, everyone tells me they likes that song, but it did.
You don't like that shit?
I love that song, bro. Josh K is definitely somebody I look up to too, bro. Josh K is like, man, that's a big brother to me, for real. Yeah. He's a GOAT. I think he's an underrated GOAT in the industry. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's one of the most intelligent musicians ever. I definitely think you should check him out. Everybody watching this, I think if you hear me talking about Josh K, you should definitely check Josh K out. Because not only is he a musician, but he's a genius businessman, bro. He owns like a bunch of studios.
Yeah, we'll definitely check him out. I think that, man, I'm always open to hit up anybody.
Yeah.
But going back to the TFK thing real quick, right? You've done a lot. You legit rep that shit. Yeah. You rep that shit.
I rep TFK all the time. Yeah.
And for you, I wanted to ask you, you know, you're not with them, like, out in Vegas, right? Mm-hmm. You're obviously out here. For you being a little bit more on the outside, how has the dynamic of the group changed since, you know, old members left?
The dynamic? Wait, because I wasn't really... Okay, so the dynamic kind of changed because it's mainly... Now it's a different 3 members. It's Maxie, Renzel, and Isiah. But I don't think it's ever really changed because of me living out here. I think I've always helped writing stuff. I've always helped like anytime they need me to do a video, like promos and stuff. I always do it out here. I love Chicago, bro. I really hate traveling. I don't think the dynamic of working has changed at all. I definitely think with a lot of people in a group, there's a lot of hands in like the pot. So I definitely think like it gets hectic sometimes. Some people have disagreements. Some people have this. It's always disagreement. I feel like now with there's a lot less disagreements on things now that we have like a lot of like just like kind of less people, but more of a similar mindset of people, more like people who are focused on like more of the numbers, but also the talent. I feel like when you just focus on talent, you get kind of nowhere. Like even I know that. Like I wish it was a talent. Like it's like I make great music, bro. But at the end of the day, it's like who grows the best numbers. So there's a reason why Lil Pump is more popular than some of these underground artists, because he knows how to get numbers. Or 6ix9ine just dropped Gene, he knows how to get the numbers up. A lot of these people who play guitar, play instruments, spend years on this, years of vocal practice, they don't get in their whole lifetime, they don't get half the thing. So I feel like the dynamic of group has changed because we have a lot of like people who are more focused on like numbers and stuff. I definitely think like respect to everyone, like everyone who left, but like I definitely think there's a lot less disagreements now. I feel like I don't think this has anything to do with the dynamic of the group, but I think like over the time of all that stuff happening, like the group kind of in a cocoon, basically, and kind of like butterfly. I don't know how to say it, but like I feel like it gave me time to grow, and it definitely gave me time to make my spot in TFK more prominent and actually get a name for myself. Funny thing is though, like a lot of people on my TikTok, like they be coming like, "You're part of the Future Kingz, bro." I feel like people know me more for like rodeo. Well, I had to rebrand myself again on TikTok because
Well, that's a good thing. That's honestly a good problem to have, right? Because now you're seen as your separate entity, whereas if you're a part, yes, you're a part of the group, right? That's your family. But being a part of a group and holding that identity so close to you, it's hard for you to separate from, what's going on. It's hard for you to separate yourself because let's say Isiah left, right? Obviously, it's his creation, but say he left. People are only gonna know him for the Future Kingz. They're not gonna know.
Actually, no. I actually think Isiah is his own thing. I feel like a lot. Yeah.
I feel like he's the wrong person to use it for that example, but because he's self-branded himself so hard as King Forever, and he's already, he's the lead. He's the front man. But yeah, I didn't know you were part of the Future Kingz until I saw TFK. I'm like. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. I'm not out in Vegas, but like, we have a member called Lord Heck who I was actually a fan of this dude, but we have a new member called Lord Heck. He lives in New York, so me and him are kind of on the same thing. Like, we do our own stuff out here, but we help the group get promos. We help the group run up the numbers, go viral and stuff. Like, we just have that affiliation. I'm still I'm still gonna go out to Vegas, like every summer. Well, not every summer, but every summer since last summer. I'm gonna go out to Vegas, but. There's no reason why I can't do my part out here, like Teen Titans. I'm like Aqualad, the main group in Vegas.
For you, do you feel like you're surrounding yourself with the right people?
Yeah, bro. If I feel if I have any new friends that just make me feel bad, or like I just feel negative, like I'll stop talking to them. Some people, bro. I feel like so many people are not who they say they are, bro. I feel like a lot of people, especially my age, try to just cap. Like they just try to say lies, bro. Like, try to be fake stock investors, fake hard workers, fake people. So many of these fakes, bro. Like, and I could see right through people, bro. I'm a professional hater, bro. Like, I will literally find out if the person knows what they're talking about, because like I'm an intelligent person, so I'll find out what they're talking about. I will like kind of nudge the proof, and that's not the only reason why, but like just the manner of the way they talk, like. There's so many people who are just such wannabes, bro, and such fake flexers, or like people who don't work hard and just like lie, bro. And that really has bothered me lately, bro. Cause like I put in hard work and I don't flex half of them as much as these people do, and they're not who they say they are. And people believe them, but they don't, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit's funny as fuck. You said I'm a professional hater.
I'm a professional hater, bro. I am a professional hater, bro. If you say you do something, bro, and like I just know it's a lie, bro. Like most things that people tell me, even like like some people I'm cool with, like anything you tell me, bro, I just know I know it's already a lie, bro. Like I know it's cap, bro. Because behind the scenes, it's not that good.
It's funny as fuck because I was working at a high school, right? I was a substitute teacher, and this one kid, bro, I swear to you, he is a pathological liar. This kid, and he's funny as fuck because he would always walk into class and say, let's talk about PNB Rock. Oh, remember when PNB Rock was running the game? I'm like, bro, PNB Rock was never running the game. Yeah, PNB Rock was, he's cool, but he was never at the top. And he comes in, oh, Fetty Wap just dropped a new project. You hear? I'm like, bro, leave me alone.
He did not drop a new project, bro.
Like, this kid, I swear to you, I told him, I'm like, I don't know if I can believe anything you ever say. The only thing I know about you is you go to this school and he makes music. Yeah. So that's it.
And maybe he's just fooling around. I don't know.
I guess.
Nah, bro. I feel like so many people are like liars. Not even in a funny way, bro. Like in a way to like try and make you feel better. Try, you know what I mean? And it's just not gonna get to me because I already know. Like so many people are liars, bro. Yeah. There's more people who aren't what they say there than there are people who are what they say there.
Man, I mean, you're pretty wise for your age, bro. You're the youngest person we've had on this fucking show. Yeah,
Dang.
Hell yeah, bro. When I started this shit, bro, I was 21, and a lot of people were like, damn, you're 21? So then I see you 18, I'm like, damn, you're 18? You're the youngest fuck.
Dude, doing what I do, bro, I've literally messed up in every, like it's literally been process of elimination, bro. Messed up from being having a dumb hairstyle to me just dropping the wrong music to me.
Crashing a whip.
Yeah, to crashing a whip. Well, not, though, Hey, my car clean now, though. I started at a good time to mess up because I started when I was like 14, I think, starting to get involved with it. I started at a great time to just process of elimination, bro, just figure out what's right. And I think a lot of the things I do even now is not completely right, but I definitely think it's a lot more right. I definitely think it's more of like a positive correlation. Yeah. You know, there's some things maybe here, like, you know, like the dot charts. Mm-hmm. Like I definitely think, you know, there's some things where I might mess up here, but it's not a lot. Most of them are up here. I think it's positive correlation.
You're on the right track, bro, and I really fuck with that because there's so many people out here that don't know what they want in life. They don't have a set direction, and you know, I don't necessarily know if you have that set direction, but you have so many different business ventures that if one fails, all right, I got this one.
Yeah,
you know,
bro, like I really like at the end of the day, bro, I want to just be able to like. At least like have my own business to pass down for like be like really Chinese, bro. Maybe pass down a restaurant like a nail shop like while I'm 50.
You said a nail shop.
Yeah,
damn, bro.
Like, I want to be like super Chinese, bro. I want to be able to pass down a business to like, you know, like maybe like, well, if I even have like kids or something, God forbid, bro. No, I hate kids.
About to make me bust out the stereotypes and shit. Get canceled on camera, bro. Shit.
Hey, most of the stereotypes are true. I'm not gonna lie. And they come back with a photo of Beyonce, bro.
A photo of Beyonce? Bro, what's with you and Beyonce? They keep pulling up Beyonce out here.
I don't know what's with Beyonce, bro.
Yeah, you're in love or what?
No, bro. I don't know why they're pulling up Beyonce.
You don't know what love is? You haven't gotten your heart broken yet, bro?
Nah. Yeah, I have.
You can't be a good creator if you haven't had your heart broken. Just so you know.
I have, but I kind of bounced back real quick. I didn't get my heart broken, but like I was in I feel like I was definitely in a toxic relationship though.
What about it was toxic? We love those around here. So go ahead, give us your story real quick.
Part about it that was toxic was that I didn't know it was toxic, bro. That's the part that I didn't know. I just didn't know it was wrong for me, bro. Like, there's always gonna be that one thing that you don't know that's really like bad for you. I think that was my mess up. Like I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't do none of that, bro. I barely even party, bro. People don't invite me to high school parties, bro. Like I don't have any urge to do any of that.
So this person did drugs, they drank, what?
Oh no, I'm just saying like my mess up was like my thing was like that relationship, you know. And I think while I was in it was more pain when I got out of it, bro. I was so happy, bro. I was just I was a pimp, bro. I'm still a pimp, bro. I'm still pimping out here.
Honestly, bro, the relationship aspect, that's a lot of people's downfall, right? Because every relationship you have is always going to impact you in a different way. And it could be a week, it could be a day, it could be a year, 2 years, right? And it's going to have an impact on you, whether you let it destroy you, you keep it moving and let it just, you know, influence your creations. That's what really matters. But yeah, bro, honestly, you got a good head on your shoulders. I really appreciate you coming out today and, you know, reaching out to me. I think that was really dope, especially because I'm really a person that if somebody reaches out to me and they show like, hey, I want to be on this shit, I know that what you're doing is dope, then I'm gonna go out of my way to make sure that I get them on. So thank you, bro. Thank you. I really appreciate it, and we're definitely gonna get up some more, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me on.
Of course. All right, everybody. That's gonna be all today. Thank you all for watching. Sad Boys for Real. Peace out.
This is Sad Boy Radio.
Broken pieces, who's to blame?